So hello gang, we're going to test the Enduro 3 and its navigation capabilities. I've also been testing the Fenix 8, so yeah, there's been some controversy towards like the stability of the UI, and whereas on the Enduro 3, I think they're working fine. From what I've been testing, it looks to be really good, it looks to be better and an improvement. There's been lots of updates on both watches, obviously trying to fix all of these bugs and problems, which is a good thing. But yeah, it's been a bit of a rough like first 4 weeks with these watches, but less so with the Enduro 3. So let's dive into these navigational features, and I think this is going to benefit you if you're looking into doing like ultra running, hiking, backcountry hiking, camping, and want to learn a little bit more about what the watch can do. This is the Garmin Enduro 3, and to get onto navigation options, you'll click this top button up here, and then when you've activated that, you can either go straight down to the maps, that's what this is, and when you're on the map, you can click on that, and it's got my location. So what I can do is zoom in to my location. I've zoomed in and accidentally touched the map here. If you ever lose where you are and you just want to go back to your actual location, press this button here, and it will take you back to where you are. So let's zoom in a bit more. I still think we're a bit zoomed out. So yeah, we're currently on this Job's Lane trail in Norfolk, and it's looking good. So once you've located yourself on the map, obviously you can follow these trails and see where they lead to, and you can see the refresh rate on here. I don't know if this is better than the Fenix 8, it's really hard to tell, but it's looking quite good. Obviously there's a split in the trail here, and you can follow where each one of these goes, and if you lose yourself you can zoom out. And like I said, this marker over here is what I am. Over here are like fields and trails, and if you ever lose yourself, again, press this arrow button, it will take you straight back. What I really do like about the Garmin Enduro 3, so if you zoom out, you can pick any location. So pick a location over here, which is about 3 miles away. If I tap it and hold this button up here, so hold it down, it's going to say navigate to. So the A11 is the main road and the woods is the woods. So we're going to navigate to the woods and have Garmin calculate. So you have the option to go to that destination. You can save that destination location. So say you want to save the location of a mountain or something, or your tent, or your car before you go hiking, or you can review the coordinates, and also it will show the elevation and stuff as well. So you're going to click into go. When you click go, although we're hiking, we're going to select run for now. It's just calculating the route. So you can see it's calculating. If we go down, we can see that routing is on, and you can adjust the calculation settings as well. So currently I've got it on minimize the time. You can also set guidance alerts, so we'll turn the guidance alerts on, I guess, voice alerts on, and avoidances as well. So if you click on avoidances, you can avoid unpaved roads, and you can avoid ferries if you want to. So the watch is not going to make you go in those directions. So I've had a few glitches happen there. I'm not really sure what's going on. We're going to start the activity and just see if it's actually managed to calculate the route. There we go, and look how fantastic this is. So it's calculated the turn-by-turn navigation route to that random location on the map. And if I zoom in by double tapping, might take a while to load, and we'll double tap again, and you can see this navigational route, so we can follow that all the way to our destination. So that's the first thing you can do. You can open up the maps and navigate to any point on the map by tapping it and selecting go. And the Garmin, without the phone needed, so you don't need this phone to get you to the destination. These are not connected right now, and the Garmin's calculated that whole route for me. So yeah, I've seen this Garmin take quite a while. If you're going to do like 40-mile routes, so try to get the Garmin to take me to like the coast, you know, it took like 10 to 20 minutes to load that up, so it's going to take a while. The chipset in here is a bit slow. I think they haven't really improved it for 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 years. I have no idea. You're really starting to feel the sluggishness, not just in the Enduro 3 mind, more so actually in the Fenix 8. Oh, and if you go into the options by selecting this, you have the option to pan and zoom, navigate, change your map layers. So I think you can add like ski maps and stuff. I'm not sure. Yeah, ski view is on apparently. You can see your waypoints, you can see the popularity, so sticking to trails that are popular, so you end up on some dodgy trail map settings, and download more maps, say you're traveling or something like that. So bearing in mind we're hiking, or at the minute we're in a running activity, we can always swipe to our music, so press play, pause, turn the volume up, skip track, all of that good stuff. But we can also swipe this way and change navigational options during your activity. So let's say you get bored and you actually want to change your route, you can go into here and yeah, go back to your map controls, change the sport. You can always save the location, which is fantastic. Again, if you hit a way marker, you find some treasure or gold, you want to save that location, just click this and it will do it for you. So it's going to show you coordinates and your elevation, and it's a really good kind of backdrop here, and you can go to navigate, so you can change what you want to do. So you've got back to start, you've got recent, save location, so that's where all your save locations will go, and also your GPX files. So at the minute I've got the vertical map video, I'll show you that in a second. The reason I do this vertical map video is because it's the same GPX that I use on all my other watches, so you can see how the experience changes on each watch with the same GPX file. This is fantastic. You've got explore nearby, so if I select explore nearby, it's going to explore nearby. We've got cities, bike shops, convenience, restrooms, water stops. Let's go on water stops. I'm actually quite curious about this. What's it going to show me? That'd be cool if you're up in the mountains and it showed you like a lake that you could like take your salmon filter to, or whatever filtration system you've got, and obviously get some drinking water. Look how cool that is. Drinking water in 3.7 miles. Let's see what that is. So we're going to click on that, and look, we can investigate it, I believe, by having a look on the map, and it's showing us, yeah, so that's the drinking water sign there. I'm not sure where that is. I have no idea what that is taking us to. Yeah, drinking water is fantastic, but it's a bit boring, isn't it? So let's show you some other things. We've got coffee and tea stops, parks and gardens, the bank or ATM, so if you need to get your cash out, restaurants, emergencies, recreation, attractions, logging, transportation, shopping, and community. What's really good as well, I like that you've got emergency services, so you can select on emergency services. Look, someone slipped on a rock, we are a bit screwed. We need to get to the closest hospital, we need the fire station because we've spotted a forest fire, we need the closest hospital, pharmacy, police station because someone is following me. Yeah, it's all on here, and if I select police station, for example, it's going to take us to, hopefully, the police station. So there we go. Look, we've got the Ixworth police station, we've got the Mildenhall police station, and security forces. Yeah, lots of police stations here that you have access to, and it's done that again all on the watch. You know, for all of Garmin's flaws in software, this is super impressive. See, that was the navigating with the Explore nearby. I'll show you the saved GPX file in a second. We've got coordinates, so you can pump coordinates in. If you're in the military, going onto coordinates I think is very excellent. You're going to love this if you have a mission destination that you have to get to. Yeah, and again, I've already showed you using the map. Just select the map, hold down this button to go to, and it will take you to there and calculate it on the watch. You've got recents here. It's just going to show you the recent places that you've navigated to, back to start as well. So if I select this, it's going to take me back to the car, back to the tent, back to start is good. You can create a course. So this is really cool now. So look at this. We're going to create a course, go on round trip courses. You can select the miles. And again, this is insane. Look how many miles you can do. This kind of shocked me the other day. You can do 100 miles. So you can go Garmin without the phone connection, create a 100-mile ultra marathon for me. I don't want to be stood here all day because, as I said, the processor I think personally needs improving, but let's do a 3-mile course and I'll show you in real time how long it takes to calculate that. We're going to do it in the east direction and we're going to watch this calculation bar. So what I do like about Garmin, and I think, oh, there we go, it's shot up there, is it shows you the progress, and they never used to show you this. I kind of complained about it in my last video. So here we go, it's created the course. This is 3 miles in the east direction, and I can just follow the trail. Turn my body, so you can see that arrow changing direction. So that's telling me to head off in that direction. Before you select though, you can go, do you know what, that course was crap, create me another one, and it's already done it straight away. Look, that was instantaneous. So there's me slagging off Garmin. It made course 2 in about a second. Let's have a look at course 3, and yeah, another second. So yeah, if you're doing 5Ks, 10Ks, I think, yeah, that's quite impressive. It's going to make a whole course for you. From what I've seen, the courses have always been good trails, especially if you don't know, you know, the environment that you're in. You're a bit unsure, maybe you've gone on holiday and you're not too sure about the roads and stuff. It's quite good. Yeah, so you can change the different directions. It's come out of here. In the create the course feature, obviously I just selected round trip courses there, but you have other options here. So this activity ones isn't talked about enough. Let's say you go on a hike with a friend and they say, brother, I'm going to show you some sick trails. You go with them, you have the best time of your life. You get back and you're like, I want to do that again, but your friend's busy and you don't know where you went. You can select activities. You go on to, you know, what run I did yesterday, and I've selected it. We're just going to let it load and do its thing. Maybe I'll press it again. Oh no, it's really pooping itself now. This is all live. Yeah, I pressed it, what, about 10 seconds ago? So it's loading yesterday's activity. I only ran 10 miles. Come on, Garmin. Okay, so this is the course I did yesterday. Maybe we're asking a bit too much of our Garmins. I'm not sure, but it just seems a bit glitchy at times where you're like, what's going on? I've pressed the button. Like, there's no loading screen. There's no like, oh, I'm thinking, give me a second. It just kind of like craps itself, and then you press the button again and then it starts doing random stuff. But it did load my run from yesterday. I did a 10-mile run. I was actually testing the Garmin Enduro. I was also testing the Fenix 8. So if you want to see a comparison video between these two watches, check it out. And I had the Suunto Zone Sense, which is Suunto's brand new heart rate tracking feature, and it's going to change the game, or so they say. So check out that video as well. But anyway, it's loaded the 10-mile course, and now I can decide, yep, that's the route that my buddy took me on yesterday, and I'd love to do it. We've got sight and go. That's the last one. So let's sight and go. Let's just sight over at car over there is where I want to go to. As I turn my body, you're going to see that compass turn as well. So let's point that compass towards the car. I'm I'm now pointing the car and off I go. So I've sighted, and if I go into the map, this is a bit of an issue as well. So you'll see it sometimes struggles when it switches from one navigation mode to another, but it wiped the last course away. And if you just check there, as you can see, it's created a straight line over in that direction towards the car. And yeah, you just keep heading because you've sighted a mountain in the distance or your waypoint, whatever it is, and you can always reference back to the watch to make sure you are, if I turn my body, staying on track. Okay, so we're working our way through now, and obviously we're still recording this same activity, so we're still in that run profile. We've got our distance here. I've been stood here recording the video, blabbering on about hiking. We've got the pace and our heart rate, and obviously you can always use the touchscreen to go at your lap distance, your sunset time, time of day, and your map. And you can customize all of these data screens, always switch to music, and always change the navigation. So the last thing you haven't seen is navigating to a GPX file. So let's say you sign up to a ultra marathon and you're going to do the ultra marathon spine race or arc of attrition. If you want to follow my training diary, I'm doing the arc of attrition this January. It's a 100-mile most brutal UK ultra marathon. Yeah, you load up the GPX file that they send you, you select do course. I will say before I select that is that I've had lots of issues with big GPX files on the new Garmin. So lots of loading times. I'll show you a little like screen bit in a second, but yeah, I've had the watch crash when I've tried to load GPX files that are a bit bigger than this, which is like half a mile. You can see the elevation plots here and the climbs that I'll be doing and all the information. I'm just going to select do course. It will load the course, and again, this is like 500 meters and you saw that loading time, so extrapolate that to a 100-mile course and the watch can poop itself a little bit. So this is the course I've done with all of my other Suuntos, Chorus watches and other Garmin. So if you want to see how this watch compares, check them out. But as you can see, we've got the map there, we've got our location, we can always swipe through and see our data screens. And we've got this map navigation screen as well. So that's going to show you your estimated time of arrival, your distance remaining. It's showing nothing at the minute because I haven't actually got to the beginning of the course yet. And all of those good things like your turn-by-turn navigations and stuff like that. Your waypoints, this would be if you're in an ultra marathon. So this would be the checkpoints that you're running to. It takes 2 seconds to create these and label them. Checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, checkpoint 3 in the Garmin app. And then obviously you've got your elevation climbs as well, where you can see Snowdonia I'm doing next year and those Cornwall coastal paths, see each elevation and each climb, just you know how far through your climb you are getting. Really useful screen. I absolutely love this. This is like the overall, I believe, elevation plot with all your climbs and all your descents. Yeah, obviously this is just a quick little tutorial, but yeah, that's it. We're approaching the waypoint. We've just hit the massive puddle here. I can't cross this in my Crocs because I'll get my feet soaked, so I'm gonna have to do some gymnastics, but the start of our course is just over there. This is probably a good time to mention that I'm gonna get stung by stinging nettles, but also that the Garmin Enduro 3 have a dynamical routing feature. So basically, if you hit like a massive trench or river, not quite this, the Garmin's going to calculate a completely new route for you back to that target destination that you're heading to. It's worth noting that a great channel on YouTube is called the Hikingguy.com or something. Oh, there we go. So we've got approaching point and we've got on course on the Garmin. So now I know I'm on course, I'm going to follow that and get to the turn-by-turn navigation. Let's actually get on to the course though. So as I was saying, what I like about the Hikingguy is that he was very honest about his experiences with the Garmin Fenix 8 and also the Enduro 3, which I believe he's testing now. The issue with these watches is that they're a lot of money. And, you know, I think it's fair to say that we both really like Garmin. I think he's done lots of Garmin videos, he tests the InReach and he's into hiking, but there just seems to be, you know, for £1,000, a bit of an issue of software stability. This is really cool. So can you hear that vibrating? Let's put it up to the mic. So what it's doing right now is it's vibrating like crazy and it's beeping to show us that we've made it to this right here is the first way marker. This could be your checkpoint, this could be your 10, I don't know what it is. So you can kind of create your own courses and make sure you make no wrong turn-ins by adding extra way markers in your files and GPX files. It's going to vibrate like crazy, beep like crazy, and it will say things through your phone speaker as well to let you know when to turn and stuff like that. As you can see here, we're getting a distance remaining, 1 mile is left on this course. We're getting the ETA, we're going to arrive at 5:20 p.m. and the timer, we've been filming this video for 32 minutes. And we can see the 199 feet left turning as well. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't think we're Garmin haters. I actually love Garmin. They're one of my favorite watch brands for sure. But for £1,000, I think the honest and fair thing to say is that the stability isn't quite there yet on the Fenix 8 and the Enduro 3. I think give it 2 months, these are going to be and already are some of the best watches on the market. So it's saying in 0.1 of a mile, I have a right turn turning, and to be honest, this is such a crap GPX. I just kind of plotted it together in about 2 seconds to make a video, but yeah, we're following the track. You can probably hear in my voice, man, that I'm so ill. Okay, so I've got to this gate here, and you know, it's saying that we've got a turn in 0.1 miles. I'm just gonna zoom in so we can have a look. Again, we're on the navigation sequence page here. I don't really know, it's all quite confusing, this new UI, but all this that I swipe through is gonna be navigation stuff. So here you can see, you know, that we're off course by 0.02 miles. This is really good for people racing who want the most efficient line. We've got the destination remaining to the end destination and the ETA. So yeah, 5:23. I've lost a few minutes here. The up ahead as well. This will show you where all your turnings are and stuff like that. We've got the climbs here, and this is the total elevation here. You can see here that we're this much through all of this course. So that's the rest of the course here. It's colored in green, and it's got a little marker there to let you know where you are. And this has been great. I've done a lot of ultra marathons. A few of them have been vlogged on this channel. Check them out, where I show the elevation profile and how much this has motivated me to, yeah, really kind of push the gas pedal. Let's zoom in because I'm getting a bit confused. I'm tapping the map here and it's like not letting me zoom in. Once you've swiped through all this navigation stuff, and I've been struggling to zoom in, I don't think it lets you on the navigation bit. If you swipe to the right, it will take you to your data screens. I'm getting so confused, man, and I'm a tech reviewer. And if you swipe through, I've added the map to my data screen. This is great, a bit like a Google map. You can zoom all the way in just by double tapping on the screen and make sure, oh look, this is the GPX file, this is where I'm stood, I'm on the right track, just following the path towards my first right-hand turning. And again, I've showed you most stuff with the map, and you've got this little lock thing here to stop you accidentally unlocking the screen. Great for if you're in the rain like we are today, and you can get out of the panning mode by pressing the back button a few times. Yeah, I won't lie, I found the UI a bit confusing. You've got like your data screen pages here, and these are fully customizable, but the customization on this screen here, I don't even know what to call this screen, it's confusing. It's not very customizable, and I have to click this, and then I get my navigation stuff, which is like what we used to get anyway, just automatically load up into the data screens. If it sounds confusing, it's because it is. And this is where we can access our Climb Pro, but it's all so confusing, and I can't zoom into the screen if I tap it. If I want to zoom into the map, I have to swipe over to my data screens, swipe down to the map, double tap, and then I can zoom in. So it's all a bit confusing at the minute, and hopefully it's ironed out a little bit, because I'm finding this a lot more clunkier than what the navigational experience used to be like on the old Fenixes, the Enduro 2, the Fenix 7 Pro, all watches I've tested on this channel, check them out. They seemed a bit more easier and more simple to use, to be honest. Another thing that I add about the Enduro 3 experience is that you used to be able to add like a massive arrow, and I think that was really good for people that didn't have the best vision and you just want to look down to your watch. And it was very similar to the compass. As you turn the watch, this arrow would pinpoint accurate turn with your direction, and I can't find it anywhere. Another feature that you'll lose from going from the Enduro 2 and the Fenix 7 to the brand new Fenix 8 and Enduro 3 is you used to be able to, on the map, have a perimeter function. So you could add the map, and on the perimeter of the map, add your data. So you could see your heart rate, the distance travel, maybe your pace. You could change it to pretty much show you whatever data you wanted. As I remember it, that feature's completely gone in this new software model. So you guys kind of saying, oh, I wish Garmin ported back this new software to the old watches. I don't know if we're quite there yet, to be honest, because a lot of features are missing. One thing that is here is the split screen, but as I showed you on the split screen that we have on this current model, you can't like zoom into the map or anything. You have to kind of swipe out of the split screen, you go back into your data activity screens, and then you have to swipe down to the next map, and then you can click on it and yeah, zoom in, zoom out and all that stuff. Okay, so I filmed this section of the video and I'm walking away now. That red part that you can see on the screen is actually the path that we've traveled so far, all the way over there, which you can see on the map now. And we're heading back to where I started this video, hidden under a tree, trying not to get rained on. So yeah, that red line is the path we've traveled. And that's very useful as well if you want to find your way back to where you started. Oh guys, so I found another bug. So my compass on my Enduro 3 isn't working at all. Yeah, this is the latest software I'm running. I don't know what's happening here. The compass is completely frozen. Oh, we're back. The altimeter is working now, and the barometer. So yeah, it's just a bit weird, isn't it? Like, why are we having freezing compasses and barometers that completely freeze whilst you're trying to shoot a video? But more importantly, if you're out in the mountains, you go to use your compass, your barometer, your altimeter, and none of it's working. Luckily, I caught that on the video for you. It's just so hard to catch these bugs, and if I told you about them, you wouldn't believe me. But when you actually catch them live, it's quite surprising. I think now would be a good time to say that I've been filming on the Hollyland Mark II out in the rain for an hour now. Yeah, really impressed with the audio quality and its durability when out in the rain. Peace.
Dreams are a step away, and remember, show compassion, show esteem, have fun out there. Peace out.